nice month.
Yeah, it's minded this business and it's gone
quick.
It's gone as we wanted.
Not like January.
It should end with rain.
Yeah,
morning,
looks like it.
It looks like the Hamatan is
end with rain.
trying to move away. It's trying to move away. Now you are going to experience how many weather patterns. You're going to travel across the country, so you have no problem. You know, even though Ghana is a small country, there are places you go and you wonder, am I still in the same country?
Next week by this time, we'll be getting ready to have breakfast 670 meters above sea level.
Next week by this time is what date?
It's a Monday.
That's
be the
2nd March.
Yes.
So you'll be having breakfast on a hill.
Yes.
But the weather will be cool, eh?
Brutally. So the porridge is hot.
Naturally.
So by the time you fetch it with a spoon and move it from the bowl to your mouth,
it is good. Natural freezer. Now, what Kojo is talking about is called the Heritage Caravan, and I know it's too late to join, but trust me, you can follow on the Citi Breakfast Show, you can follow on Citi TV, and there will be all kinds of things happening in the next 2 weeks. It's actually from the 1st to the 7th of March. We're so happy about the caravan. And this year, we're not just going to visit tourist attractions and historically significant places. We're also giving back. So if you have some clothes that you want to give, we have visited some very interesting places where we feel there's a strong need to donate some clothes and food and stuff like that. So if you want to register your name in the annals of caravan history, we have a few days to receive some used clothes in good condition, some nice shoes, and stuff that you feel somebody in a place less privileged could use. So you can bring them to the front office of Citi FM this morning or tomorrow, certainly before Friday. Don't forget, the Heritage Caravan is sponsored by GCB Bank, your bank for life, and it's also sponsored by the Ghana Tourism Authority. Hollard Ghana, your favorite insurer, Malta Guinness, fueling and celebrating Ghanaians for the past 30 years. Voltic Ghana, enjoy Twist recycled Voltic naturally. Photon Tunland by Japan Motors, driven by excellence, and Rigworld Petroleum, fueling innovation. Alright, so let's get into the newspaper reviews brought to us by Total. Your car deserves the best treat. We've introduced the latest addition to the Quartz engine oil family. It's called the Quartz 9000 Future 0W20, specially conditioned and developed for the latest generation engine. Your engine is protected, it's clean, and you don't need to use as much fuel. Join the Total Quartz Nation movement now. My name is Bernard Avle, and I'm here with Kojo Etikesie. I saw a guy, they call him Kwame Nkrumah Etikesie. I said, Charlie, Charlie, they say, your head is nothing compared to his own. Kwame Nkrumah Etikesie. I think he works at OKFM or something. Kwame Nkrumah Etikesie. This is Kojo Akoto Boate Onim Nyansa. But some way. And Godfred, good morning.
Good morning.
2 Wednesday bonds, one Monday bond. It's great to have you, Kweku, on the show.
Thank you very much.
What are the papers saying?
The papers are saying a lot about education this morning, Bernard. Front page of the Daily Graphic. Curriculum review. No change in JHS SHS duration. NACA clarifies. Togo elections. Provisional results today. There's a clash at UCC. Ogwa ATL halls involved. Property destroyed. 4 injured.
Now, if you go to the Ghanaian Times, 2 UCC halls in bloody clash. Rampaging students destroy property. 3 injured in reprisal attack. Progress made at ports under threat. This is according to Imani. Man stabs neighbor to death over woman. Gunmen on rampage fire at policeman. And weapon mechanic accused of treason discharged.
Front page of the Daily Guide newspaper. Mahama in Dirty Cocoa politics. Chief cautions NDC minority on Pualugu Dam. Nigerian grabbed for Ghana card registration. And Okumkom goes home today.
Now the finder, Free Zones boss to face off with incumbent new job in South MP in NPP primaries. Class 4 girl allegedly defiled by teacher cries for justice. Togo awaits results of presidential election, and 10 startups receive 1 million Ghana cedis.
Front page of the Herald newspaper. Country owner Eslousu calls minorities senseless. Late anti-corruption campaigner being embarrassed by Jubilee House. Akufo-Addo block abandons presidential advisor's funeral.
Now the Chronicle. 8 chiefs jailed over abdicated chief. Liberia impounds Ghanaian vessel for smuggling mining gadgets. Avle uses mafia tactics to frustrate Afeku's challenger, and NDC bidding farewell to national politics.
Front page of the Independent newspaper. Education Ministry launches report to enhance quality education in basic schools. Alex Mode tears into Akufo-Addo over Aker Energy deal, and Ghana's battalion in South Sudan awarded.
There's a sad story, and it's quite alarming too, from the Tema area. New Crusading Guide front page. Land guards kill woman 51 at Tema Community 18.
Hey, Charlie.
Demo rocks Mahama as Shehu Jaboso on Speak Out campaign. A Joso delegate root for John Kuma says he's the man to lead NPP to victory. Clearing agents left disappointed over piloting project at port. And Operation Vanguard operators raid Chrisfield Goldfields Limited, loot gold, pick up vehicle as company cries for justice.
And it looks like the port issue also made it to the front page of the new publisher. It looks like the issue went underground. Bernard, Unipass fails Takrady pilot. No superior system to operate, according to the paper. Kofi Bentel slams NDC over Sona walkout. Ghanaian vessel with smuggled goods impounded in Liberia.
If you go to the Gold Street business, Ghana seeks to further lower debt costs by replacing sovereign ratings with credit insurance. Ghana seeks joint venture partners for integrated bauxite development. And MPA deepening surveillance on contaminated fuel introduces phase 2 of PPMS.
Accra interchanges come to life using art is the front page of the Daily Statesman, and I've marveled at that for the past few days. It's really, really nice to see. Bahamas illegal tax waivers to face probe. Minority can join debate on SONA, says majority leader.
Now, the Economy Times, Ghana starts interbank live forex trading. Ghana to spend additional $937 million to refund deposits held at field lenders and miners to contribute 1% of revenue to fund the Community Development Agreement, which replaces CSR.
Front page of the BNFT. Citi appreciates 6% against the dollar. Good news. Progress made at ports under threat, says Imani. Receiver to settle 97% of MFI SNL depositors in cash.
Let's go online. CitiNewsroom.com. Auditor General indicts Get Fund for illegally funding foreign scholarships. Also, financial sector cleanup. Microfinance savings and loans customers will access their monies from today. Other stories. Ayalo bus drivers vow to strike today despite NLC's order. And foreign Singbe wins re-election in Togo, according to CitiNewsroom.com. Meanwhile, fire guts slam at Medina Ridge Junction. And Fantiakwa South DCE laments pollution of rivers by licensed miners. If you go to citybusinessnews.com, Girl 0.2% fuel price reduction unacceptable. This is Alex Mould. Also, Parliament urgently needs to take a decision on tax exemption bills, according to a tax expert. And as we read, financial sector cleanup, microfinance SNLs to receive their monies today. MyJournalline.com, Education Minister Naka Boss Adjua Safo all listed in Get Fund scholarship beneficiaries. Meanwhile, they have also reacted to their names appearing on this list. We are also told that Kwaje Interchange sparkling with beautiful artworks, and a couple more stories here on that website. Togo President Nyasingbe four wins re-election in landslide, and AU honors 32 peacekeepers, including those from Ghana and Nigeria. Now, let me take you international. Donald Trump is visiting India. That's a big story in the Washington Post. Also, outbreaks in Italy and South Korea continue to cause coronavirus to grow rapidly. So matches have been cancelled in Italy because of coronavirus. CNN has an interesting couple of stories. Some of the world's biggest economies are on the brink of recession. That's on CNN's front page. Also, South Korea virus cases surge. That's also the lead story on the BBC. North Korea quarantines foreigners amid virus fears from the south. And corona crunch hits Chinese firms. So there's a lot of coronavirus stories on the international platforms.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of, there's a restaurant that I eat at. It's
in China?
No, here.
Okay.
But it's predominantly Chinese. It's very traditional.
They've all run away.
No, now they don't allow anybody inside. You sit outside. You have to do takeaway.
Yeah. Do they give face masks too?
Yes.
Okay. Let's start with this Get Fund story. I think it's a big story because it's almost on all the local websites. Auditor General indicts Get Fund for illegally funding foreign scholarships. And the story says that the Auditor General has indicted the Get Fund for breaching its mandate and illegally funding foreign scholarships. A performance audit report from the Auditor General cited by Citi News said the Get Fund Secretariat breached the object of the fund and administered the scholarships themselves. The Auditor General concluded that the failings of the Get Fund led to brilliant but needy students being deprived of scholarship in favor of politicians in some cases. Now, the report also said Get Fund did not establish any system, policy, or procedure to ensure the economic, efficient, and effective use of public funds. This led to the imprudent administration of scholarships between 2012 and 2018, the report concluded. Now, this story is giving you the generals. Now, in terms of specifics, politicians listed to have benefited from Get Fund scholarships include the Minister for Education, Matthew Opoku Prempeh, current Procurement Minister and Deputy Majority Leader, Sarah Joa Safo, and a few other people like journalists and academics. The head of curriculum review, Prince Ama, is also listed. In fact, if you go to the My Journal Online story, they lead with their personalities and not their report. So the story says Education Minister and Procurement Minister all listed as beneficiaries of Get Fund scholarship, and then it mentions a list which includes some academics and some journalists as well. Now let's take a reaction, because the key people mentioned in the story, some have reacted to the story.
What are they saying? And
they are essentially trying to clarify the role of the Get Fund and also to explain what has happened. Education Minister and Executive Secretary of NACA have reacted to a report by the Auditor General, and I'm just opening the story quickly for you. And it says that Education Minister and the NACA boss have reacted to a report in which they were listed as beneficiaries of government scholarships programmed for the poor. Now, the Education Minister is listed as studying national and international security at Harvard University, receiving $12,800 for living expenses and $11,200 as tuition fee, while Procurement Minister Joa Safo is listed as studying at Harvard Kennedy School, enjoying $12,800 in allowances and $17,004 in tuition fee. Dr. Ama studying philosophy in education, University of Aberdeen, benefits of £38,400 for living expenses in addition to £33,000 for tuition. However, the Education Minister in a release said the report is born out of mischief and lies intended to cause disaffection. Admitting being a recipient of a scholarship by Get Fund in 2014, Dr. Opoku Prempeh explained that this was for him to participate in a 3-week program at the Kennedy School of Government at Harvard. I have noted with dismay a news carried by some media that suggests that I have, as minister, received a scholarship from Get Fund for studies in Harvard. This impression is false and calculated to cause embarrassment and public ridicule. I have not received any form of sponsorship for any program or course of study from Get Fund or Scholarship Secretariat since becoming a minister. Now, the audit was from 2012 to 2018. So Napo is saying he received his own in 2014
when he was MP.
When he was just an MP. However, I have been a recipient of Get Fund Award in 2014 to participate in a 3-week certificate program at Harvard. I urge the public to disregard this story, born out of mischief and lies, intended to cause disaffection.
We will not disregard anything.
Now, hold on.
We will not disregard anything.
Let me go on. Now, the ministry's PRO, the ministry's PRO,
but we will not disregard.
Let me just finish. The ministry's PRO in another release described the publication as false and vexatious. The release categorically states, quote, "Under no circumstance has the Minister of Education received any sponsorship from Get Fund since assuming office." Then the statement signed by Ekosefwa says, "The attention of the ministry has been brought to a story which sought to create the impression that Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, Minister for Education, has benefited from a Get Fund scholarship to study at Harvard. The ministry would want to state that the publication is not only false but vexatious. We are by this notice stating categorically that under no circumstance has the Minister of Education received any sponsorship for scholarship from Get Fund since assuming office. We urge the general public to discard the self-publication." Now, they're reacting to a publication of My Journal Online, which carried the 3. But the audit report itself, they have not denied, because the report said that between 2012 and 2018, a long list of people benefited from scholarships, and none of the reactions has denied. Now, on the Citi Breakfast News this morning, we got a release from the Get Fund that sought to say that their mandate, this happened before the current administration, and that their mandate did not just include needy but poor. This is what they were saying in the report in the breakfast.
We get that.
We'll come back to this story later on. Since we are still on education,
a lot of education stories this morning, Bernard. Clashes at ATL and whatnot. But let me talk about curriculum review, where Aberdeen University's Dr. Prince Hamid Ama
he benefited from 38,000.
He's here. He says
Charlie,
Aberdeen University's Dr. Prince Ama says that no change in the JHS SHS duration. Looks like the education in philosophy.
So it means this story,
paying off.
everybody must send a statement to clarify when they receive the scholarship. Because I think the key issue here is if you are in government or you are a minister presently and you receive a scholarship, then that would be conflict of interest.
Yeah.
So if this happened in the previous administration, then you could say you applied and you were given. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't question the Get Fund administration for overlooking poor and needy students and giving money to people to do 3-week courses at Harvard and things.
7:30 is not far away.
Okay, so just give me Prince.
The National Council for Curriculum and Assessment, NACA, has said the duration for both GHS and SHS education remains 3 years under the proposed Common Core program. The council has therefore dispelled rumors that under the CCP curriculum, the duration of GHS will be reviewed from the current 3 to 4 years, while SHS will be 2 years. Now, if you go to the Independent newspaper as well, the Education Minister is here. Education Ministry launches report to enhance quality education in basic schools. The Ministry of Education, in partnership with United States Agency for International Development, has launched the Endline Impact Evaluation Report for the early grade reading program to deliver quality education to Ghanaian children. The report found that Ghana's results under the early grade reading program are larger than those for any other comparable reading program worldwide. So we'll go into details later.
Let's get you some more education stories. Center spread of the Times. 2 UCC halls in bloody clash. Students destroy property, 3 injured in reprisal attack. Now, the story says some students affiliated to the Ogra and Atlantic halls of the University of Cape Coast last Saturday attacked each other, leading to the destruction of properties belonging to both halls. 3 students who were caught up in the exchange and sustained various injuries were treated and discharged by the UCC hospital. The incident happened at about 8:15 a.m. on Saturday during activities marking the Ogra Hall's annual Junior Common Room Week celebrations. Police personnel called to restore calm had to fire tear gas to disperse the students. Those involved in the attack were reported to have pelted each other with stones and other implements. And the UCC police commander, DSP Adamu Awal Mohammed, told the Ghanaian Times that the police did not make any arrest due to the poor visibility of the environment, as well as the arrangement of the area. But he has given the assurance that those involved will be arrested by the police as investigations had commenced.
Well, Bernard, there are 2 stories. Do you want us to touch on the payments that will start today, or we go to the ports?
Let's do the payments. Quickly.
Kojo has an announcement somewhere there.
So the announcement is in the Ghanaian Times, page 7. Notice of full payments to depositors of resolved microfinance, microcredit and savings and loans and finance house companies whose claims have been validated in the resolution process. The receiver has published a full page statement giving the modalities that people would have to go through to get their payments. Now, the modalities for the payment of the outstanding depositor obligations effective today are as follows. Based on information to be provided by the receiver on depositor due for payment, CBG will open new accounts for all depositors whose claims have been validated and agreed in the receiverships of the above resolved companies. 2. SMS messaging from the receiver to depositors due for payment, setting out the account number and cash amount due each depositor. And 3. Accessing funds at any CBG branch by the depositor showing any of these valid cards, driver's license, voter's ID card, passport, to confirm his or her identity.
So I think the key point is that if you have been validated to be paid, you get a text message.
Yes, with your account number and the cash amount
so
due.
Keep your phone on if you are a customer of a savings and loan or microfinance company, because once you get a text message, you know that you are going. So it means you don't need to go and flood any bank or you have to wait for the text message. Now this doesn't apply to customers of fund management companies who are being paid under a different regime, and we'll talk about that later on.
Now, the Economic Times is giving us the amount that is going to be used for this $937 million.
Wow.
Yes. It says Ghana to spend additional $937 million to refund deposits held at failed lenders.
And Bernard, on the MFI and SL, it looks like it will not just be in cash, some also be paid in bonds.
Yes.
According to the story. Let me tell you about what is happening at the ports. The new publisher has an angle. Kojo also has an angle. Let me give you mine. There are 4 stories on the ports. Unipass fails Takrady pilot, says the new publisher. No superior system to operate. Details on page 6. Unipass once again failed to live up to basic expectations when it piloted the system at the Takrady Harbour last Friday as part of its preparations to take over the Ghana National Single Window operations. The new publisher has gathered from participants in the disappointing pilot exercise. Quote, most of the agents had problems in their account creation, so only a few of them were able to get accounts. Even with the few that got their accounts, the system was full of bugs, and they regretted because it was frustrating. They were detected at the training, but as it stands now, no one from GRA or SEPS wants to be transferred. So we are watching them do this thing, and it has become like a radioactive situation. Now, if you go to the Daily Graphic, for instance, handing over post to Unipass inappropriate, that is coming from Imani.
This thing is not going anywhere soon.
Yes. Now, Imani, a policy think tank in Africa, has stated that handing over the clearance system at the country's post to Unipass is inappropriate, since the action stands the risk of eroding all the achievements made under the paperless clearing system. According to Imani, Ghana seemed to be rushing into something serious and complex without enough contemplation and preparation.
Now, the new crusading guy says this is the second time Ghana Link has failed to successfully pilot its supposedly new Unipass system at the country's ports. And their story says Ghanaian importers and clearing agents who were at Takrady last Friday were disappointed. Now, the paper has it that the clearing agents and customs officials were only taken through training on how to use the supposedly new single window software being introduced by Nick Danso's Ghana Link Network Service Limited, which they had already gone through several times. Now, many of the agents complained that the system was full of errors, reiterating that the system Ghana Link demonstrated was same as portions of the ones being used by GCNet and West Blue for the same single window operations.
Unipass doesn't have a lot of friends. Stay in the economy. BNFT says the city is appreciating.
CD has appreciated, yes, 6% against the dollar. That story is on page 3. The Ghana CD has maintained its dominance against its major trading partners, especially the US dollar. Market updates from First National Bank showed that there has been a more than 6% appreciation of the local currency since the beginning of the year. From the report, since January 2020, the cedi has appreciated by 6% against the dollar, a feat that has never been achieved in recent years. For example, at the beginning of this year, the cedi was trading averagely at 5 cedis 53 pesos to $1. However, as of Thursday, February 2020, it traded averagely at 5 cedis 28
Now, this
pesos.
is one of the reasons why Alex Mould says Gold's 0.2% fuel reduction is unacceptable. Now, the former chief executive of GMPC, Alex Mould, has described as scandalous the recent price reduction by Gold. According to Mr. Mould, Gold's percentage price drop is insignificant as the price of oil in the international market has fallen drastically. So he gives 3 reasons. He says, 1, oil prices are down 7.5% globally. cedi appreciates from 5.7 to 5.25, nearly 7.5% appreciation, and fuel prices reduced by less than 0.2%. Are we joking in this country? Mr. Mo said the regulation of petroleum downstream industry implemented by former President Mohammed's administration was about allowing the consumer to benefit from favorable market conditions such as drops in oil prices and appreciation of the cedi. And he says the government seems insensitive to the suffering of the majority of the citizens and rather seems to favor the few that control the economy. So his point is that looking at the cedi's appreciation, which you just confirmed, and the price fall on the international market of crude, we should enjoy a bigger percentage price rise than the 0.2% goal is announcing.
Let's go to health now. So last week we spoke about lifestyle diseases, and we also realized that anemia was one of the diseases that was reported in our hospitals. If you check the finder, anemia among pregnant women in Nandom districts, very high. Yes, the story says the District Health Directorate in the Nandom district in the Upper West region has organized its annual performance review meeting on the theme reducing high rate of anemia in pregnancy, the role of the health worker. So that's one story on anemia.
Well, whilst you're on health, coronavirus is also doing a lot of damage.
I'll let you do corona. Let's do the locals and then we'll go to foreign.
Okay.
Locum doctors augment service delivery in Upper East Regional Hospital. The finder reports that management of the Upper East Regional Hospital has engaged the services of 6 locum doctors as part of strategies to bridge the doctor-patient ratio of about 1 each to 25,000 for quality service delivery. The reason why this story is important is, Bernard, you read a story last week that suggested that doctors and nurses didn't want to go to the Tain area. There are other stories that we've seen that suggest that doctors don't want to go to the North, Upper East, and Upper West. So in this case, the Upper East Regional Hospital is employing the services of locum doctors to augment their hospital doctors.
Locum doctor is
doctors who do galamsey, basically.
Hey, be careful, Galamsey.
Yeah, like not illegal mining, but they do. It's their side gig. So
Okay.
they have their regular jobs and they do this on the side. Now the final story on health: pay NHIA debts with immediate effect. Ghana Medical Association tells government. The Ghana Medical Association has cautioned government of an imminent return to a cash and carry system at health facilities across the country over what it describes as the failure of the National Health Insurance Authority to pay health facilities for services rendered from March 2019 till date. According to the association, the debt has already resulted in threats by some service providers from the National Insurance Scheme card holders. Now, the Christian Health Association of Ghana on Thursday said hospitals under its watch are owed some 87 million Ghana cedis by the NHI.
Okay.
And the Deputy Executive Director of Christian Health Association, James Dua, who disclosed this, said the debt is crippling the institutions and they are struggling to pay their bills as a result.
You know, this morning the Ghana Health Medical Association also issued a threat that if certain issues are not resolved, they will go on strike. Now, all this is happening when globally the death toll from the coronavirus has risen. A number of deaths has risen to 2,619. People have died across the world. More than 79,000 cases globally. 27 deaths have occurred outside China. There's a spike in South Korea and Italy. Cases in South Korea have surged past 760. More than half of those are associated with a branch of a religious group. In Italy, cases jumped from 3 to 152 over the weekend, with a spike in the country's north. Middle East has also experienced a spread. This is all from CNN. Iran's health ministry has confirmed 43 cases of the virus, including 8 deaths. Lebanon and Israel have also reported their first cases. So far, nothing serious in Africa. And our health systems need to get ready.
Before you get rid of me, I'm just saying, front page of the Daily Statesman, Accra interchanges come to life using art. Really, really good story. It's been organized by the Creative Arts Council.
And Bernard, construction is still ongoing on the Ebri Mountains over the weekend.
Construction of what?
Buildings. You know, the construction which resulted in the closure of the road. The Minister of Roads says all construction should cease. Over the weekend, there was a concrete truck parked in the middle of the road, pouring concrete on top of the mountain.
Yeah, but the minister is not there. So they work.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show. The city's